Hello, good morning, and welcome back to episode 5 of Timberborn, Greedy Armageddon. This episode, I really want to get this lake filled with water so that we can actually use the entire thing for Spatterdock and hopefully subsequently cattail roots. I'm really hoping we can get at least a couple in storage. By the end of the episode. I also want to get at least one stack of flywheels built and connected, as well as I want this engine built, and hopefully we can get one or two more engines built also. So let's just get into it. Let's get this flywheel in. I think I had him here. Yeah, so I just want this one, and then we'll stack it all the way up, and then, oops, one more. There we go, and then, good to go. There we go, so these are still going, that's okay. Let's actually just unpause all of this. And then we can delete all of these. There we go. So, 7 buildings lack workers. What? Probably still that one, no. These 5. It looks like this one and this one. That's okay. Not entirely ideal, but it's okay. Now, once all of this gets collected, what I want to do is take out this rooftop terrace and all of the platforms that are underneath it, and actually put them on top of this. And then I want to have... You know what, actually, let's just do it now. Instead of talking about it, let's just do it. So, get rid of that. Get rid of those. Get rid of this. Get rid of all of these. And I think I'd like to get rid of this entire path. There we go. Oh, can't do that. Forgot about those. There we go. So we'll just straighten it out. That's okay. Okay, so I want... I think I want like 3 of these. Let's see what else we can get in here. So this one we'll do. Let's do 4 actually. Just put 2 on each side. That's okay. Now I would also like a couple scratchers. There. Put our medical beds back in. Let's see, what else can we put up here? We'll put a tooth grindstone. Not really needed, seeing as we have the 2 over here. Speaking of the 2 over here, you guys aren't doing anything, so we'll just get you out. You aren't doing anything. How is this looking? Oh, this is filled. Oh, yeah. Perfect. Okay, so then I need to put Spatterdock in there. I'm going to delete this path also. That'll give us room for a couple more trees. So we'll put birch and then oak. Make sure that's all cut. Yeah, perfect. And then I'm going to unmark this area. These little areas. And I do want to start getting over here. You know what? Let's see. How much extra power? Oh, perfect. We've got an engine running. Okay, so we are producing almost 400 more than what we need to. So let's unpause those and see if we can't start taking... Actually, wait, no. You know what? Let's do this. Let's just put 2 more engines right here. Ooh, this needs to be marked to prioritize with haulers. So then they'll build these 2. So we should pause this one, because that's where all of our resources are going. So I'm going to build these 2, and then once they're built, then I'll delete the 2 power wheels, and then delete these 2 engines, and then put them in the place. In place of the 2 power wheels. Who is still taking power? 400, so it's these 2. No. This one? So these engines only run when there's power, like, requested. So if I pause everything, the engine stops. And then comes back on when I unpause everything. Wow, all of those sounds are super annoying. So I don't know why it's running overnight. It's very interesting. Let's see. I'm going to get that 3rd smelter running. I do also need a storage for explosives. However, I could also just put them all... Oops, that's a double. All in here, so that when they're built, they just get placed instead of going to storage. I really haven't produced any? Oh no, see, they're already here. Look at that. Perfect. Exactly what I wanted to happen. I am going to need 1 staircase here and 1 here to get up to that 2nd level, but I should be putting paths in here so that it can reach everything. All in there. That should be good. I am gonna need to get up to this area, however, but I think it'll be easier once we get rid of the bottom level to do what we did with just a staircase up to this one. Although probably a ladder to get up and do all 6 of those at once. So, what are we low on? Gears and... yeah, gears and metal. Okay, so let's get these 2 going. Did they? Yeah, they did. So that's okay, that's okay. All of those are without... Wow, those noises are insane. So all of the extra builders' huts are without workers. So what all are they really building? This is paused, but needs to be done, preferably by the end of this drought. I would like to start getting this built so that we can start expanding this reservoir. I don't know what else they'd be building. Ooh, let's see, I can get rid of this. I do want to get rid of all of these also. So hopefully those get collected soon. I should put the main log storage up here so that the lumber mills don't have to walk so far. So let's do that. So we'll put the main log storage, let's just put it here. Ideally, this is going to be gear storage. So we'll delete this one and put gears. This will be logs. What else is over here? Metal blocks and planks. So, let's do 3. So it's 2 planks and metal blocks. There we go. So now all I need is 19 metal. I stand corrected. And 7 gears. So hopefully that should be done by the end of today. Each smelter produces 1 metal block every 2 hours. So that's 1 every 0.6 hours. So that definitely should produce all 17 more that we need. I hope. You know what? I'm just going to delete this log storage. Because then we can use all of these supplies to build this one. Which is unfortunate because I just deleted my gear storage. And means I need to put in another one. Oh boy. Okay, so we'll just put it in here. Gears, highest priority. That's okay. So we have 24 vacant jobs, and I really, 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 really want to increase the population. But I know that that's a bad idea because I'm worried about water. I'm not so much worried about food, but water I'm definitely worried about. So, let's see, because we've only got these going. So you know what I'm going to do? This is almost done. So, there's enough gears in here to finish this. Oh, I'm not even waiting on gears. I'm waiting on metal. Oh, dang it. I do need planks for this, however. And now that this is done... Okay, so I'm gonna pause all of the gear workshops and then put those on. Oh, that did not work as I intended it to. Oh, and they can't do anything anyways because I don't have logs. Okay. So we're way overproducing power, and I don't want this to happen. Oh, look at that. Both of the engines are done. Let's dynamite this. And I think what I want to do is... if I pause these, then detonate that one. If I delete these two, these, then I can prioritize all of that because they're not building anything else. Oh wait, oh no, that's paused. Let's see, that, but that's least priority. That, but that's paused. So you know what, let's just pause that. All of these logs need to be picked up, but that's okay. So let's see, they're bringing logs all the way over here to put storage because I deleted the one that was here. Okay, well, let's just get in an engine in. And of course it's nighttime. So we've got 20 more logs to pick up, and then I'll put in that second, or the third engine, rather. Come on, just a couple left. Any day now. There we go. Okay, so now all of these resources will go into these two engines, since they aren't going anywhere else. Let's just connect this path. What am I doing? I do also want to start replacing all of these medium tanks. And I know I've said this a dozen times and I ended up putting them back, but they just hold so much water. And since we've got just under 50 days to do this, I think now is really the time. Yeah, this is filling up nicely. Just about halfway, yeah. Awesome. Perfect, perfect, perfect. So let's see, that's almost full actually, so I should... Let's see. I can probably set this one to be Spatterdock. And then... Not high priority, but we'll just unpause it. Let's see, no gear storage, right? We knew that was going to happen. So let's see if we can't get all of this going. There's no point in deleting all of these medium tanks at the moment, even though they will pick up all the water and put it into the two larger storages that are empty. I don't have gear storage, and I won't have gear storage until the big one is built, but it's not going to be built anytime soon, which is an issue. I do also want to know where all of the gears went. Well, let's see, there's 25 in here. This is full, right? Yeah. Okay. So that should be alright. That should be... We should have extra. Yeah. Let's see. 3 extra. Yeah. Perfect. Okay, so then let's get you prioritized by haulers. You already are. 20 logs and 20 metal blocks. We've got 5 metal. And everything should be coming in. Perfect. And now you prioritized by haulers. Awesome. Now we have all of the beavers back from the power wheels. Okay, so now let's unpause this one. I'm not going to unpause the underground pile because we really don't even have logs to go in it. We've got 200, but that's just not very much. So I would rather build the large warehouse for gears. Let's see, can I... Probably not the best idea to do that. Ooh, we've got a whole bunch over here still. And also, here still, yes. Let's see, highest priority there. And then we'll unpause this. I should start on this scrap metal, but I would rather do all of this first. I don't have enough beavers to build more scavenger flags. Unfortunate. There is, of course, a solution to the lack of beaver problem, but I would rather not at the moment. Like I said earlier, I'm just worried about water. I'm not worried at all about food, but water is a worry for me at the time. So, let's see. Oh, we can delete all of these now. So hopefully we'll be able to use all of those planks in here. Let's see, we can delete. Oh, I do also need a storage here-ish. Let's see, can we straighten this path out? Awesome. Now, this one for bad water set to obtain. Because I believe this worker is going all the way over here to collect bad water to come all the way back. I don't know if the haulers are doing anything, though I don't assume so. Perfect. Okay, so let's just get rid of this gear storage. Set that to high priority. And let's get these on. Let's see, I'm also going to delete that water storage and this one also, so that I can just put all of the water storage in a straight line. Let's see, let's get this to a higher priority so they just complete it. One thing we should start getting towards is a number cruncher. Now this is going to produce science. It takes 500 power. However, it doesn't require a beaver to be in it at all times. So that's probably, I like this area for it. Just once we get these two other flywheel stacks built, then we can put it in. Let's see. What else are we waiting for? Nothing over here. Almost got all of this. We can get rid of this one. Thank you, lag. This is almost done. Let's see. Let's get people back in here. This one should be set to empty as well, but not a priority at the moment. I would rather get the smaller tanks out first. So let's see if I can do a little math here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 times 3 is 21 times 40 metal is 840 metal. That's going to take quite a while. Times 20, 420 gears, which shouldn't take as long. However, I think I did pause. Yeah, I paused all of them. So that's not doing us any good. Paused. Especially because these take 60 gears also. And I'm intending to bring this back up to more like 11 or so. Preferably more. Because with the 60 beavers that we have, I think we only have like 10 extra days of water. So yeah, it's If we intend to increase the population at all, we're going to need 40,000 water probably to get through the 200-day drought maximums. Worst case scenario. So what I'm going to do is just get these going in. Let's go check on the pond. I'm just somewhat worried that it might overfill, but also not really worried at the same time. Let's get another lumberjack flag in here. Why did I only put one? Interesting. Okay, well, high priority for you, because that's gonna help us. Because we've got extra beavers. Perfect. Okay, let's see. How far can you reach? Oh, you can reach this whole thing. Okay. Let's do pine trees here. Let's move you also. Pine trees all in here. And I know that some of this is out of range, yeah. So we'll just do that and then move the path here so that we know not to put anything there. Get rid of that. Then also put a warehouse. Maybe let's move the warehouse. Now, if anything, I should move the warehouse here. So let's see if that's possible. Yeah, so I need, it's 3 wide, so that should work. However, there's a space there. So we'll put it here. Perfect. So let's set this to pine, so hopefully he gets all of this planted. And see if we can't straighten out this path also to get a couple more trees in this green area. And we also need to mark all of this for cutting, because I unmarked all of it. There we go. That should work. That should work just fine. I do want them to get this done relatively soon, so that instead of grabbing all of these logs from here and bringing them here, or, you know what, we should finish building this one too. Bringing it all the way over here, it just gets sent to this storage. Which I have a feeling isn't going to happen the way I intend it to, but that's okay. So let's see how far we've gotten here. Quite a bit. Okay. So let's just explode all of this. Now we can do this. We'll just connect that. Do this one also. This one. Perfect. Oh, what are you waiting on? Metal blocks, of course. Of course. I almost want to delete these 2 explosives factories once we're done with all of this, because that's going to give us 60 metal blocks, which is enough for 2 of these, which I think is the move. Yeah, that's what we'll do. I also want to delete both of these, since we've got storages up top. Let's see, these 2. These are reachable like this. Yeah, just can't get materials. That's okay. Alright, so let's get into gears and planks. because we are very quickly running out. Let's see, we can get rid of you. And I do want to get rid of this one also and just put it in the line so everything looks neat. Let's see, so yeah, we'll just put the one in for now. Let's prioritize this rubble. You know what would be a better idea? Get rid of these. I can put them over on this side. I'll just run a power shaft over here. And then put 2 more smelters in their spots. I think that's gonna be the next move. But let's see. Let's just unpause the second one so that we can get done with this. Let's see, because we only need 1, 2. So we need 8. That shouldn't take too long. Let's see, so let's just start putting these here. And what I can do is actually pause these because I don't want them built just yet. And they've already, wow, they're quick. Okay, so let's put a centrifuge here. Unlock it. Pause it also because I don't want them to start it. And then I need to find something to put in this area. And I think what it should be is the oil press. Actually, no. It should be the grist mill. Yeah, because then we can start working on cattail crackers and wheat also. Wheat flour, so that'll give us bread. That'll give us quite a few things. In the bakery, which also needs to be unlocked. Oh, awesome. So it looks like all of this is going to be done probably by tomorrow. Let's see, so detonate those with this one. And I was wrong. Gotta do all of those and that. Those, get this out. Can actually do both of these stairs as well. And now I'm gonna pause these because I don't want to overproduce dynamite, which it looks like we did. Dang it. That just means I now have to build a storage for it. Okay, that's fine. Warehouse, dynamite. So I'm going to pause these because if I don't, they're going to freak out that there's no power. Delete these two. Get this detonated. Get the rest of this all picked up so that we can put in 2 more smelters here. There we go. That one just like that. So, since we've got a couple extra beavers, it probably isn't going to hurt to just put everybody in there. We are way overproducing power. Yeah, a little over 400 more than what we need. But that's okay, because all of these smelters are going to consume quite a bit more than what we'll be able to produce. So we'll end up needing a couple more engines, which is an issue because I don't think we're really producing enough logs to sustain everything. So let's put this back to oaks, because oaks take the longest. And then we'll do birch, and then I'll set it to none. Let's see, building lacks power. Oh, they built the wrong one first. Oh well, that's okay. They'll get over it. So 10 more scrap metal. We've got 46. Why are we so low on scrap metal? Where is my scrap metal storage? Just those two? I think I should put them here. So we'll do that. And then these two for scrap metal. That's logs. Scrap metal, scrap metal. And then let's see if we can't. Let's delete this one. Or instead, can we move it up here maybe? I don't think there's enough space for that. No. There's enough space. Ooh, there's enough space here, but then that means that we can't get over here. So. Interesting. I'm gonna need to put these, that, and I think this one will be able to reach. Yeah, now that I have this ladder in, it can reach all of that. So that sounds like a plan. However, I think what's gonna be a better thing to do is bring this over here and just put in a second one. Then let's do a third and a fourth here. I know we're negative on beavers, but we're also using scrap metal faster than we can collect it. And we're gonna need a lot of metal. So let's see, what can we do? I'm gonna leave both of those there. I think it'll be better. I keep coming up here to look at this scrap metal, thinking that we should get rid of this quickly also. However, I think if we get rid of this first, then flatten it, level it with this one, that will be able to produce more trees, which is, I think, the better idea. And I'm also going to take out all of these all of these oak trees and replace them with pine, excuse me. Because these oak trees, they just don't grow. And I don't think it's worth it to have them if they're not even growing. So, let's see, what else can I pause? So, how much storage do we have? 11.4. Okay, so we're pretty much where we were. We've got 86 metal, plus the 11 that's here. I think we should start working on getting the flywheels built, as well as these wheels before the bad water comes back. But at the same time, we're very low on logs. So I think it might end up being a good idea to put in, let's see, I was going to put this to birch, which is already done. Perfect, so I'm actually just going to set this to none. I think it's going to be a good idea to put another couple lumberjack flags over here. No, actually, I want them over here, since this is more dead space. Actually, let's put it there, get rid of this one, so that we can put a path over here. And we should start getting rid of these also. So let's do that. I don't think there's any underneath here. Oh, there is. Okay. So that'll be fun to get rid of. That actually worked a lot better than I was thinking it was going to. Alright, so we'll put in a ladder here and then get rid of these two. Then we'll have to unlock the longer suspension bridges. Let's see, probably, yeah, this one. The 4 and also the 6 so that we can get over here after we demolish this. Yeah, I think that's a good idea. And then also put in a couple more pines here and make sure it's marked for cutting because it's not. There we go. I really want this to get put in. But we're cutting trees down faster than we're putting them. Yeah, cutting trees down faster than we're putting them in. So it works on planting other trees before these. Okay, so let's see, I'm just gonna delete those. And you know what actually is probably a better idea? If I just do the 4 and come over here. Like that. Then get this put in. And then we can delete all of these. And in the long run, what I would like to do is fill this wall in with dirt. We just need to start producing dirt. Just need to find a place to produce dirt. So let's see, 2 hours to produce 1 metal divided by the 5 smelters that we have is 0.4 hours to produce 1. And I think we need to start producing quite a few more than that. Because I also want to get all of these going. I think 6. Maybe 7. 7's a good number. Let's see, get all of these marked for water. Then they'll just put all of the materials that we do have instead of metal. And then the metal will all go here until it's done. Let's see, so I need to put... Let's just fill this area in. Put in the 2 windmills. Get them connected. Get this connected. And get our path brought all the way over. Perfect. Then what I think we can do also... see. That one, get rid of that. But 2 more windmills there. So the windmills will hopefully keep the flywheels charged and not use the engines. Because flywheels, unlike the gravity batteries, actually use power per hour if there's nothing attached. If there's nothing drawing power, they still lose power. So, even though the windmills only work about half the time, I think it's still going to be a fairly okay idea to have more than what's needed. Especially now because our log production isn't very good. Let's see. Are these in range? Yeah. So we'll start getting rid of these. Eventually, I would like to build out this and kind of square it off. Then put our dam here. Have this be its own reservoir here. And then have this be its own reservoir also. And then I'll probably connect them at the top. But we'll see. We'll see how that works. I'm undecided. Also can, or well, can, but need to get this set up. So, this needs to be a 2. And then probably 4 here. Unlock that. This needs to be a wall, so I'm gonna get rid of that. Put that platform. Get impermeable floors here. Except for this one. Then we can put a sluice. Just like that. Now I'm also going to need platforms in here. These need to be 2s. So like this. Then levees here. I also want, I don't want this to have water in it. So this needs to be 2s also. Then with impermeable floors. Ooh, actually. Let's see, we can just put this here with a levee on top. That's probably going to be the best solution for now. Let's see, we'll also need to remove all of this pathing. And put in contamination barriers, which takes metal. Oh boy. We're gonna need a lot of metal. So yeah, I really need to increase the metal production. Who has nothing to do in range? Okay, alright. That's okay. Just 2 more. 1 more. Perfect. So, now we can bring this path over here and get more for here. That should work just fine. Get this demolished. Collect these. And put a staircase in here. Awesome. So then this, yeah, can reach all of that. I do really need to get up to this level because there's a lot up here. So let's just put in a staircase. Yeah, they can't reach much of this upper level, but I think that's okay. They really only need to be able to reach these first couple so that we can get a path, and then another couple scavenger flags in, or a path all the way over here type of thing. So what else can we do at the moment? There's no point in building these actually because they're not connected and they won't be for a hot minute. So we don't have any planks. That's okay. We don't really have any planks anyways. Let's see. Can't get all. Right. So, what I would like to do, let's just go ahead and delete this path. Let's delete all of this too. So, actually, I don't want to do these here. I do want to get this put in, this put in. Then once these two are built, we'll put this final one in, and then we'll have power on the other side. So, the unfortunate thing is, this is actually a perfect spot for the centrifuge, because there's no other 3x3 building that we can put in. The issue is, I just don't want to build it right now. It takes a lot of materials that we don't have, but it's necessary. So you know what we can do instead, just as a placeholder? Just like that. Then we can put in a couple more smelters here, and probably a few more lumber mill and gear workshops also. Actually, I'm wrong. Let's put in another engine right here. I think that will be our best bet. Let's see, can we produce this quicker? Please, because we don't even have wheat or cattail roots to put in the grist mill, so there really isn't a point in building it other than to share power. But of course they're going to finish it first, even though the other two power shafts are high priority. Awesome. Now you're upset that you don't have power. I know. So let's get this one in here and also high prioritize it. And also collect these. What are we waiting for? We should build these also while we have the logs. Actually, while we have the logs, we should be building this, because we can get our first bad tide in the next cycle. Oh boy. Oh boy. Let's see. Let's also just delete. Oh, that wasn't what I wanted to do. Delete the path, not the levee. That's okay. So I will put in one here and one here. That'll be reachable soon. Let's get these two high prioritized. Now I can't really do the same on the other side. Slowly build this up, because I'd have to delete the dam to put in a levee here to put the dam on top of it. I don't think that's going to be a good idea. Although it would probably be done within 18 days. I think it's okay. I think we'll be fine without it. Let's set this one to supply. And set these up. So I want this to close above contamination of 1%. Set this to close contamination below 1%. There we go. Let's also collect all of this too. Since we're kind of at the point where we don't really need to collect water from this area anymore, which is amazing that we're at this point in only the 4th cycle. Granted, our droughts have been quite long, so it's not like it's like any big deal, but let's see who is out of range. Oh, yeah, because this hasn't been built. So I'm just going to pause you. You also haven't been built. Can't get planks. I've got 50 though. Interesting. Alright, well, let's just delete this path here. It's no longer being used. Can get rid of this path. Can't actually just get rid of the whole thing and clean it up. That looks a bit better. Get rid of that. Let's see, this can get cleaned up too. That should definitely be done in 16 days. I'm just gonna keep telling myself that. So, let's get another one up here. And then I think this is where we'll put dams. So let's just also preemptively start building ladders. And then get paths on top of them. Let's see. This ladder's useless, so is that set of stairs. So let's get this picked up. Okay, yeah, so we're gonna pause that. I wasn't actually thinking this would overfill. However, I'm kind of surprised that it is. So, let's see. Why are these not being demolished? Guess it's okay that it's not. It's not a huge deal. Let's see. This can totally be done now. However, with the metal and everything that I have, we can finish this one. And probably by the end of day after tomorrow, we'll be able to finish this one also. Let's see, I'm actually going to pause both of these two. Let some of this water evaporate before we let it do anything else. Let's see. This is full. Yeah, so I'm going to need a bigger spatter dock storage. So, let's start getting food storage up here. Let's get rid of all of this. And we'll redo this one too. Okay, so we've got corn, cassava, spatter dock, grilled corn, not grilled corn, what's it called? Corn rations, fermented cassava, and then grilled spatter dock. Let's see, we'll just bring this right in here, and then I'm gonna set these to the lowest possible priority. So we'll do this one as corn rations. This one, cassava, fermented cassava, spatter dock, and grilled spatter dock. Perfect. Then eventually I think I'd like to move the potatoes up here also, but it's not a huge deal. So these I want to set to empty, although maybe not. These are definitely going to be supply, the bottom ones. But yeah, because eventually we'll just have the farmhouses put the corn and cassava in here, and then haulers will take it all the way up here, instead of having each of the farm workers come all the way up here. So let's see. I think this doesn't need a path. It hasn't complained, but that's okay. We'll do it anyways. Let's see. all of this is getting constructed quite expediently. This one... I think this one needs to be prioritized. Just a little bit. Who has nothing to do in range? Oh, that's actually a good thing. But I'm gonna leave them in there because I want them to take the scrap metal in their storages out. And then we'll high prioritize these 2 stairs so that we can start getting elsewhere. So that we can start getting this area leveled. And have more space for trees. This hasn't come down quite enough. So I think I'll keep these paused. Let's see, building lacks materials, planks. So, I need more planks. Okay, let's get this gear, this engine completely built. Highest priority. This one, yeah, we'll do the engine first. Because then, once this engine is built, then we can start getting more lumber mill and gear workshops over in this area. So that we can get more smelters in. Get our explosives factory and centrifuge back in also. At which point, we will need to start increasing the population. And I've kind of sort of been avoiding this as much as possible, but I really need it to be done now. And we've only got 11 days left in this drought. So, with the 60 beavers that we do have, let's just say 65 to be safe. Times 2 is 130, so 4,200 divided by 130 is 32 days. Okay, so that's fine. We've definitely got enough water. I'm no longer worried. Let's get housing in here. Actually, let's not do that. Let's put it all here. There we go. And then I'm just gonna set 1 to high prioritize. We don't want all of these built at the same time because that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 houses. That'll be 15 open beds, which means they'll fill 15 open beds within 2 nights probably, which means when they die, they'll all die within 2 nights, which is where our issue arises. Oh, and hey, look at that. I was wondering where all of these cassavas were going. They're being fermented because these were finished building. That's awesome. Okay, so I'm going to set this to empty. And then once that's all emptied, I'll delete it so that I can delete this ladder too. Perfect. Fantastic. Now we can get these logs and planks and these logs. Now, if only I could do the same with corn. But it's okay. I think that is going to be something we do next time. Because this is already over an hour and I was trying to keep it under an hour. There will be a little bit of editing that I do to take out like the loading screen and everything. But still, we're still over an hour. So thank you all so much for watching. I will see you in episode 6 in a couple of days. Leave me a comment of what you thought, if you liked it, if you didn't like it, if there was something that you think I could do better. I do already have a plan for majority of the area, so I'm not super keen on like flattening this corner of the map or anything. But anything else that you guys might like to see, let me know and we'll see if it's possible. So yeah, thank you so much for watching and I will see you in a couple of days. Bye-bye.